Fellowship Kids, this is Miss Lisa with a Sunday story just for you about Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego's friend, and his name is Daniel. Daniel was taken from Israel and taken to Babylon to work for the king, just like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego had been. He was handsome and he was smart, and the king had a special job for him. Daniel was a prophet. Remember what a prophet is? That's someone who God gives a message to, and then they take that message to someone else. So that's what Daniel did. But Daniel could also interpret dreams. And so he was very special to the king. So there were some other leaders in the palace that didn't like Daniel. They were pretty jealous of him because the king kind of liked Daniel better because he was doing great things for the king. Now these leaders knew that Daniel loved God. And King Darius was fine with that. Daniel would pray to God every day, and he would follow the customs of his Jewish religion. But the other leaders didn't like it. Daniel prayed to God every single day, the one true God. And you know, King Darius, he respected Daniel for his beliefs. I think that's pretty cool. Well, those jealous leaders, they didn't like Daniel, so they wanted to come up with a plan to get rid of him. So these leaders went to the king and they had him create this law or decree that anybody who bowed or prayed to anybody but the king would have to be thrown into the lion's den. Well, Daniel, because he's one of the leaders, he knew about the law, but he went to his room and he prayed because it was very important for Daniel to follow God's law. Daniel knew that God would protect him no matter what, even if he would have to be thrown into the lion's den. Well, guess what happens? The leaders start spying on Daniel, and they catch him praying. Whoops. Or is it really a whoop? Because Daniel's doing exactly what he's supposed to. He's praying to God like we should be doing. Well, the leaders, they go and they tell the king, and Daniel is ordered to come before King Darius. Now, King Darius doesn't want to punish Daniel because they're friends. He likes Daniel. But there's this law that he just made. Well, he kind of got tricked into that law by those jealous leaders. So the king has no choice. He has to order Daniel to be thrown into the lion's den. But he tells Daniel, I pray that God, your God, will protect you and keep you safe. So Daniel goes into the lion's den, and King Darius can't sleep a wink. Guess what happens inside the lion's den? You got it. Daniel, perfectly safe. God sent an angel to shut the mouths of the lions. Wow! King Darius ran to the den the next morning to check on his friend to find out if he was okay. And guess what? There was Daniel, safe and sound. You know, great things happened for Daniel after that. He was given more responsibilities and he kind of moved up the ranks in the palace. Those jealous leaders that tricked the king into creating that law, bad things happened for them. They actually got thrown into the lion's den, and the Bible says that their bones were crushed. Whoa! You know, Daniel was very brave. I wonder what made him so brave. Where did that courage come from? You know, Daniel followed God no matter what. You know, God promises to never leave us. He's always there for us. He's the one who gives us courage. He's the one who helps us to be brave. So let's not be afraid to shine our light for Jesus. Fellowship Kids and families, let's live out loud for Jesus, and let's show the whole world about the love of Jesus. You have a great week, and remember that you are loved.